Group hoping to make the streets safer for you and your family.
In order to do that, they've partnered with the local police department to get guns off the streets.
Katie Tursek with the initiative they hope will make a big difference.
One gun at a time. That's all we're asking.
It's something 19 News has covered extensively this year, the spike in gun violence. Empowerment Church in East Cleveland looking to change that. Their solution, get guns off the streets.
If you give up the gun, there'll be no questions asked.
Community activist Miss Shirley Fitzpatrick has had enough with the violence in her community. She wants real change, so she is teaming up with the East Cleveland Police. Together, they will host a gun turn-in event on Sunday at Forest Hill Park. They are encouraging people to turn in any unloaded weapon they want to get rid of.
It's just too many instances that we really don't even know about that's happening with babies killing babies or shooting themselves, or the suicide rate is up. And basically when a person commits suicide, it's with a gun. Then we have to talk about domestic violence, where people aren't safe in domestic violence situations, and there's a gun involved and somebody gets killed.
Measures Ms. Shirley hopes will cut down on the violence plaguing our streets. There will also be educational opportunities on how to keep you and your family safe from guns.
East Cleveland Police Department, they will be taking the guns. Also, East Cleveland Police Department give out the safety locks. And for the kids, I think they're going to have some snow cones.
In East Cleveland, Kay Tursek, 19 News.
It's really important to note this is not a gun buyback program like what some cities have done in the past. This is strictly a place to turn in your firearms, no questions asked.